The success of Old Man Logan prompted DC to come up with their own version of a story exploring the journey of a hero in a post-apocalyptic world. That's how the Old Lady Harley comics came into being. She made her first appearance in Harley Quinn Volume 3, issue number 42, where we get to see her teaming up with Red Tool and going out on an adventure. This version of Harley is not canon. It is set on an alternate Earth and gives us a what-if scenario where Brainiac 5 destroys Earth, and Harley comes back to search for Joker because she thinks that the Clown Prince of Crime is still alive. In today's video, we will explore the story of the badass Old Lady Harley. But before we get started with the video, we have a small request for you. If you like our content, subscribe to us and like this video. It might be just a simple click for you, but it means a lot to us. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get started. You've got no idea, Mad Maxi Pad. Old Lady Harley was first introduced in Harley Quinn Volume 3, issue number 42. This story takes inspiration from the Mad Max Fury Road. The story of this comic starts with Red Tool kidnapping Old Lady Harley. He has tied her up to the front of his car in the same style as Tom Hardy was tied in Mad Max Fury Road. While they are passing through Staten Island, America's dump yard, they're attacked by a bunch of goat people. To escape them, Red Tool runs his vehicle at top speed. But suddenly, they encounter the Verrazano Bridge, which has been destroyed in the middle. They're able to somehow jump over to the other side because the car is at its top speed. They finally reach Brooklyn, where a robot confronts Red Tool and asks his reason for visiting. Red Tool shoots it down, but suddenly a bunch of other robots take its place. He thinks they're doomed, but Big Tony comes to their rescue and destroys all the robots. Big Tony unties Harley Quinn and reveals that he was once married to her. Harley finds the place abandoned and in ruins. She recalls leaving Coney Island and making Coach the leader of the gang of Harleys. She asks Big Tony what happened to the place. Tony reveals that Brainiac 5 invaded the Earth and took over it. The Coach was helping defeat them, but died in the process. Later, an infighting between the gang of Harleys starts, and everyone divides New York between themselves. Their fight has been pretty nasty, and today they're organizing a meeting to settle things once and for all. Tony claims that Harley is the only person who can stop this infighting, so they brought her there. Later, she reunites with Xena and Cyborg, and Tony takes them to Coney Island. Once in Coney Island, Harley confronts her team members from the gang of Harleys and beats down everyone, ending their conflict once and for all. She then revives the Coach's mind and installs her inside Cyborg's robotics. The gang of Harleys are not that happy listening to a floating head, but they all respect Harley Quinn, so they do. On the other hand, Harley Quinn has set out on another adventure with Red Tool by her side. The Journey of Old Lady Harley Quinn. Old Lady Harley Quinn got her own comic series written by Frank Tieri and Inaki Miranda. This story is the continuation of Harley Quinn Volume 3, issue number 42. The story starts with a brief description of the post-apocalyptic world we are about to witness. In this universe, Atlantis has become a part of the United States and is known by the name New Atlantis. President Power Girl now governs the United States. Lex Luthor has taken over Mexico and has renamed it as Lexico. Canada is outrun by a zombie pandemic, but there's no need to worry. They have a zombie president to take care of things. We then see Old Lady Harley and her loyal companion Red Tool battling it out in a bar with the squids. Somehow, they get out of that situation and Harley reveals that she asked Red Tool to take her to Coast City, but somehow, he always gets them into trouble. And, as they're having a banter, they are suddenly attacked by an unknown group of individuals with a gun called the Monster Hurler 3000, which shoots hordes of monsters upon their enemies. The sudden attack from the monsters take both Red Tool and Old Lady Harley aback. We then get to witness that the ones who attack them are a group that calls themselves Laughing Boys. Their leader Fleck asks Harley to come with them, as Joker wants to chat with her. Harley shouts that the Joker is dead, but Fleck claims that he isn't. Somehow, Red Tool helps Harley escape from the Laughing Boys, but Harley ponders the question, what if Joker is really not dead? So she decides to search for the Clown Prince of Crime. Their first destination is the city of Gotham. Upon arriving in the city, they find it abandoned, which is surprising. But suddenly, they're confronted by Azrael, the vigilante who replaced Batman after Bane broke his back. Azrael claims in a robotic voice that they are on the streets after the curfew and attacks Harley. Harley retaliates by attacking the head of Azrael, and it breaks, revealing that this Azrael is indeed a robot. Red Tool and Harley take a sigh of relief, but they're soon ambushed by multiple robots of Azrael, who claim in unison that they are on the streets after the the curfew. They try to take down the robots but are outnumbered and defeated. When they wake up, they find themselves in the Batcave, where they meet Batman. Red Tool confronts Batman and asks what his robot apocalypse is all about. He tries to punch Batman, but it turns out to be a hologram. We then witness the real Bruce Wayne, a withered old man whose body is attached to a Bat computer that powers all the Bat robots in Gotham. Harley interrogates Bruce about his condition and why he did this to himself. Bruce reveals that after Dick Grayson died, he decided never to take human sidekicks anymore. With the help of Cyborg, he creates an army of Bat robots, attaches himself to the Bat computer, and uses his army to bring law and regulation to Gotham. He claims that thanks to his efforts, no life has been lost, and Gotham is finally crime-free. Harley shuns him, claiming that he has lost his humanity. Bruce says he's okay with it as long as Gotham stays crime-free. Harley reveals her reason for arriving to Gotham. She tells Batman that she believes that the Joker is alive. Batman says he's sure the Clown Prince is dead and tells her to ask Catwoman if she doesn't believe him, because Selina was there when Joker was killed. Batman escorts Harley and Red Tool to Arkham Asylum. There, Harley reunites with Egg Fu, her old companion, and he reveals that Arkham Asylum has now been turned into an old-age home for the criminals of Gotham. Eggy takes Harley to meet Catwoman, who is cranky because of old age. Thus, Croc steps in and starts narrating what happened the day Justice League confronted Joker in Vegas. He says that during their final fight, Joker was extremely aggressive and unwilling to let himself be captured alive. He further reveals that Selina had no idea how he died. He remarks that Lobo might know something about the matter because he was fighting Joker before the Clown Prince was killed. So Harley decides to meet Lobo and get answers to whether Joker is alive or not. Eggy decides to teleport Red Tool and Harley to Las Vegas, which is now the home of Lobo because he is the mayor of the city. They bid their final goodbye, but before getting teleported, Catwoman and Killer Croc join them in their endeavor. Outside the window, the Laughing Boys have somehow traced Quinn and decide to interfere with her teleportation by sending her to Bloodhaven, which is now the home to Bane, his evil twin children, and the remaining criminals. The criminals ambush Harley and the team. They try to fight, but are outnumbered, and the criminals take them to a cage match with the evil twin children of Bane. Meanwhile, Killer Croc and Selina escape the fight and meet Bane to tell him about the current situation. Harley fights the Bane twins and Red Tool watches from the sidelines, enjoying how the Queen is getting her ass beaten. Suddenly, Killer Croc and Selina arrive with Bane, who now looks like a stick without any muscles. He stops his children and scolds them. When Harley Quinn asks what happened to him, he reveals that the years of venom abuse did this to him. Suddenly, some men, looking like Agent Smith from The Matrix, arrive on the site and transport Harley and the team to Oracle. Barbara reveals that she's been watching Harley and her adventures for some time and might have the answer to what she's looking for. She reveals that she coordinated the Justice League in their fight with Joker. She recalls that, taking advantage of the chaos, Joker hid inside one of the casinos, and Lobo went after him, claiming that he'd kill him. Harley suspects that Lobo killed Joker. Barbara is not sure because Lobo never told anyone the whole story of what happened back there, and maybe Harley can get an answer because she was once married to Lobo. She transports Harley and the team to Las Vegas. Meanwhile, the Laughing Boys call the Joker and reveal that they have lost Quinn. We finally get to witness that the Joker is still alive. He kills one of their members and claims that this will be the condition of everyone if they don't bring Harley to him. In Las Vegas, Lobo meets with the team and takes them to a bar. Harley Quinn confronts Lobo and he reveals what really went down in the casino that day. He tells her that he was there with the intent to kill Joker, but he wasn't the one who killed him. It was Aquaman who accidentally killed Joker. Joker was throwing his smoke bombs here and there, and they were unable to see anything. Instinctively, Aquaman swung his trident, and it hit Joker's neck, and he died at that very moment. Aquaman didn't want anyone to know that he killed Joker, so Lobo never told the real story to anyone. He further reveals that Arthur took Joker's body with him. Harley realizes that her final stop is the New Atlantis. She calls her team and sets for New Atlantis. After making a few arrangements, the team finally makes it to New Atlantis. They go to confront Arthur, but he is busy in a meeting with Lex Luthor, the zombie president of Canada, and Power Girl. Suddenly, some weird-looking fish try to break the glass walls of their dome. As it turns out, Joker's minions, the Laughing Boys, are here to take Harley. They finally get a hold of Old Lady Harley and take her with them to the Clown Prince of Crime. Meanwhile, Joker's minions start wreaking havoc all across the country. His minions are everywhere. everywhere from Coney Island to Bloodhaven, from Las Vegas to Gotham. Joker also comes to live television and announces his return officially. In a last attempt to eradicate Joker, Batman transforms his Batcave into some form of Megazord called Bat-Cavatron and goes in search of Joker. Meanwhile, in Joker's lair, Harley breaks out from the clutches of the Laughing Boys and confronts the Joker. Suddenly, Red Tool, Catwoman, and Killer Croc arrive in his lair with the help of Aquaman's pod and reveal that Arthur took care of things in New Atlantis with the help of Lex Luthor. They reveal that Aquaman showed them the tomb of Joker, and they found his decomposed body in it. This means Joker is dead, but that begs the question, who is the person standing before them and imitating Joker? Old Lady Harley reveals that she knows who this new Joker is. It's her son, Joker Jr. She recalls that when she accidentally killed Penguin, she left her team and family in shame and regret. That's when she reunited with Joker again. They started committing crimes again, but she asked Joker not to kill anyone, and he agreed. Later, while they were relaxing after a loot, she realized that Joker was actually killing people with a slow poison. This prompted her to call the Justice League to take care of the Clown Prince of Crime. She then went on a rampage to kill anyone who imitated Joker or even looked like a clown. But one day, she fainted and discovered she was pregnant with Joker's son. She gave birth to the baby but left the baby for adoption because she didn't have the courage to raise the offspring of the Joker. Fleck interrupts her and claims that's why she needs to die. The Laughing Boys surround Harley's team, and Joker Jr. reveals that he has never been loved throughout his life. He kept jumping from one foster home to another, and when he realized he was her son, he mutilated his face to look more like his father. Old Lady Harley breaks down and reveals that it was her mistake. She tells Joker Jr. she was confused and hurt and didn't know what to do. If she could turn back time, she would erase all of it and ask for a chance to be the mother she never was. Fleck interrupts the heartfelt reunion of a mother and son and points his gun at Harley's head. Catwoman comes to her rescue and tells Joker Jr. that they can't change what has already happened. Harley has already suffered for what she has done. She claims that Harley deserves a second chance. Joker Jr. is moved by it and shoots Fleck. The mother and son hug each other, but their tender moment doesn't last long as Bat-Cavatron is here, and he wants to kill Joker. Joker Jr. says he thinks he should surrender himself, but Harley asks him not to. They all escape with Aquaman's pod to a destroyed and abandoned Coast City. The team finds Coast City destroyed and wonders why Harley brought them there. She takes the team through a secret door and they arrive in Paradise. Paradise is a secret island created by Poison Ivy, who has used her powers to spread across the area and has created a place where one has everything they need for survival. But for the final twist of events, all of this is being witnessed by the real Joker, who has somehow survived by putting his brain in a liquid jar and transforming himself into a cyborg. He remarks he's coming for Harley, indicating we might get a sequel to the story with the real Joker. Who killed Harley Quinn? The Old Lady Harley Quinn comic didn't receive the kind of appreciation the makers thought it would get, and later, Old Lady Harley made another appearance in Harley Quinn 2021 issue number 25. During this storyline, someone is going after all the Harleys in the multiverse, and Old Lady Harley teams up with the Prime Universe Harley to beat this villain. The story of this comic starts with Old Lady Harley playing poker with a bunch of thugs. When she starts winning, the thugs accuse her of cheating and try to shoot her. Suddenly, a portal opens and all the thugs at the site are shot dead. Then we see that the one who killed all of them is actually Harley Who Laughs, an evil variant of Harley Quinn. She announces that she's here to kill Old Lady Harley because she wants to be the only Harley in the multiverse. Old Lady Harley fights her and escapes using her multiversal teleportation device, landing in the Prime Universe. We then witness the Harley from the Prime Universe being ambushed by Harley Who Laughs, but Old Lady Harley comes to her rescue and drives over the evil Harley. Both the Harleys have a heart-to-heart conversation and devise a plan to capture the Harley Who Laughs. They set up a bait for her, and when she finds them, they make Harley Who Laughs chase after them and take her to an ice rink. At the ice rink, Killer Frost assists them and freezes the villainess. Their plan is to steal the transportation device from Harley Who Laughs, but when Old Lady Harley goes to retrieve the device from the frozen villainess, she recovers and throws her toward Killer Frost, making her unconscious. In a desperate attempt to save Old Lady Harley, the Prime Harley destroys the multiversal transporter, but it malfunctions and opens multiple doors, which brings all the Harleys across the multiverse to the Prime Earth. All Harleys start wreaking havoc across Gotham, and Batwoman seeks help from the Prime Harley and Old Lady Harley. They devise a plan to capture and then bring all the Harleys to one place and use their sheer number to scare away the evil Harley. Since there are a lot of Harleys, Prime Harley Quinn seeks help from her allies, and all of them unite to capture every Harley on the streets of Gotham. As expected, the Harley who laughs catches the bait, but she doesn't come alone this time. She brings Poison Ivy as her captive. As it turns out, the Poison Ivy she captures is not from the Prime Universe, but still, Prime Harley talks with her evil version and asks her what happened to her Poison Ivy. She reluctantly reveals that her Poison Ivy has been taken from her. Thus, Prime Harley and Old Lady Harley decide to help Harley who laughs get her Poison Ivy back. They teleport themselves to the evil Harley's world and find that the minions of Joker are already waiting for them there. They fight through the minions and reach the tower where Poison Ivy is captured. They defeat all the goons inside the tower, and finally, the Harley who laughs reunites with her Poison Ivy. The other two Harleys return to the Prime Universe and send the other Harleys to their respective worlds. Later, Old Lady Harley hugs the Prime Harley and leaves for her universe. This was the last time we get to see Old Lady Harley in action. Marvelous verdict. The Old Lady Harley comic received mixed reviews from the fans. Thus, the writers postponed working on the sequel to that storyline. But we think if a sequel to that story comes out, it needs to have a more compelling narrative. And we know it will because the real Joker would be connected to the events. We also have a lot of questions regarding this post-apocalyptic world, like what happened to Superman in this world, who helped revive Joker inside a cyborg body, and a lot more. We hope we'll get answers to our questions in a sequel soon enough, but until then, we can expect a few more cameo appearances of Old Lady Harley here and there. With that being said, if you enjoy our content, like it and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone!